Okay, I messed up the video, so I just had to do this one as a separate one. So graph y equals f of x. So I just did this on Desmos. When you do it by hand, just make a little table for each one. Like, I feel like we should be able to see the table here, right? Like if you just did a quick little table like this for x cubed plus 3, negative 2, negative 5, negative 1, 2, 0, 3. It's undefined here because I put that, oh no, because I put that restriction on the domain, right? So if you look at that red line, that's x cubed plus 3, but it only exists where it's less than 1, okay? And then y equals 5, we're not seeing this y equals 5 because literally, I need to learn how to use this app. If I'm going to have apps, I need to learn how to use it. Because literally, it's just y equals 5 here because it's only at x equals 1, okay? It's just one little point there, right? This yellow point is all the y equals 5. And then that's the only point that that function exists right there. And then for x is greater than 1, it's this square root of x minus 1, which is just the shifted parent function of the square root of x right there, okay? So those are the 3 parts of this graph. So let's go back and see what it wants us to find. So we graphed f of x, and I don't think you guys on the test you actually have to do any graphing, but I can, oops, I have it right here. I can double check. There's no actual graphing. There's a question, but it's multiple choice, and it has pictures of graphs. Okay. So is f of x continuous? No, it's not. I mean, the easiest way to look at that is if you put the pencil down and you followed it around. Would you be able to keep following it, or would you have to jump? And you would have to, there's a hole right here. Continuity, there's not a hole right there because it's at 5, but it jumps down. In order to get to the next one, you have to jump down to this green one. So it's not continuous. You would have to pick up your pencil to follow it there. And then how could you adjust the cubic function and constant function in f to make it a continuous function, right? Your new function, and explain how you know it is continuous. So here's my thought, you guys. Now I'm just going to, how did I stop this last time? Maybe it was this one. Yeah. Okay, so my thought is that we want to move, which one does it want us to adjust? We need to adjust the cubic function, which is that first red one, and the constant function. Okay. So this cubic function, we could just, if we just want to move it down to meet up with that green line, I would want to move it down. Nope, that's moving my x. I would want to move it down 4. Is it ending at 4 right there? Minus 4. Look, I just moved it down 4 because that's where it was. And while I'm at it, you guys, I think that that y equals 5, I was not putting my yellow dot in the right place. Let's see if I can actually get it here. That y equals 5, there should literally be putting a dot, like right here for x equals 1. And I don't know why it isn't. But what that means is if we want that dot, because these other 2 functions, they're still not existing right here. It looks like they're meeting up right there, but neither one of them does, because remember, this red line is only for x is less than 1, and the green line is only for x is greater than 1. And where x is 1, it's still right here at 5, right? So we need to move that constant function down to 0. So we also would need to subtract 5 from the outside. And I think what you will see, well, you won't see because for some reason that point's not showing up. But if we subtract 5 from 5, we just get y is equal to 0 there. And that would move that yellow line down to be 0 here. Then that hole would be filled in, and then it would be continuous, because even though this is like a different function, I don't have to pick up my pencil at all. It just is still continuous right there. We'll practice a little bit. I have to take Arnold to doggy obedience school tonight. So it won't be until later, but maybe later tonight I'll try to post some videos on how to use the calculator if you want to use the calculator to do some of this. Until then, good luck, and I will talk to you soon.